For another episode, man. We're gonna put this song on for y'all and then we'll be back to y'all.
Long-winded.
What's real? Hit us up. Facebook, IG, all them platforms, man. Snapchat. You know what I'm saying?
Running through this life like it was mine.
We gonna holla at y'all.
Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself? Whatever you do, homie, long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success.
Is that you?
What is a
you hooked up to the that's your shit hooked up to it. Hold on, I'll do it. Yeah, man, we gonna try this one more again for y'all, man. You know, hit us up, man. What's real?
Long-winded, running through this life like it was mine. Never settling, but setting every goal high. 1,000 burpees on the path to my own destruction or success. But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself? Whatever you do, homie, give your heart to it and stay strong. Stay strong.
With me and you know. Yeah. Look, lot of niggas fail, but I won't. Lot of niggas fold, but I cope. Lot of niggas gone, but I'm home. Lot of niggas off, but I'm on. Lot of niggas lost on this road. Couple niggas gave up they goal. Gang of niggas traded they soul. With me, I'm standing on 10 toes. Looking out my Benz window. Wonder where my friends all go. Scared to give my heart to this girl. Paranoid she gon' leave if my hands get low. Knowing that this game to be played, but I'm knowing that this game to be changed. I should be afraid of afraid. I'm just trying to live up to the meaning of my name. I'm just trying to live up to the niggas in my gang. I'm just trying to live up to my moment on the stage. I'm just trying to live up to the truth of my pain and the power that it gave me on the youth of today. I put a coupe in the safe, and I shoot from the waist. My time is money, and I ain't got a second for you flukes and you fakes.
How do you deal with my walls? How do you deal with my niggas? How do you deal with my brother? How do you deal with my niggas? How do you deal with my walls? How do you deal with my niggas? How do you deal with my brother? How do you deal with my niggas?
When you taking trips more than often this month, when I call they pulling up 2, 3 stream up. You ain't doing enough for the clan, how I feel if I gotta sit it down. How the film gon' feel 120 in a euro, one hand on the wheel. I was just broke, ran through a quarter meal, can't believe I'm still here. Shit, tears for the dead. Cubes in my daughter chain, she don't even wear. Pop my little brother up, you know we took it there. Real nigga telling on me, only thing that I fear. Yeah, only thing that I fear. Real nigga telling on me, only thing that I fear. Lot of niggas squeals, lot of dope in the air. Lot of niggas squeals, lot of dope in the air. Stop on contaminated, got a nigga meditating. Yeah, I said he got a nigga meditating. I can't even eat, listen medicated. I can't even sleep, listen medicated. I've been on my feet, chasing check after check. Nigga week after week, cause I'm dedicated. I can't even eat, listen medicated. I can't even sleep, listen medicated. I've been on my feet, chasing check after check. Nigga week after week, cause I'm dedicated.
How do you deal with my walls? How do you deal with my niggas? How do you deal with my brother? How do you deal with my niggas? I do this shit for my motherfucking niggas. I get it in money, yeah. I do this shit for them bitches that keep with me. I do no time, yeah. I do this shit for my nigga, bull. I'm a bull, I'm a nigga. I do this shit for them bad bitches wearing rap bottles and Jimmy Choo. I do this shit for my dog, dude. I do this shit for my mama.
up, everybody? You know, another week of what's real, man. Shit. What's been going on with you, brother? Excuse me. I'm Diesel.
C Hunter, man.
Man, I don't know if we gonna get through to our other co-hosts, but just know it's What's Real 3, you know what I'm saying? And yeah. So like I was saying, bro, since the last episode, how you been? How was everything?
Oh man, you know, everything is good, man. Everything is good, man, as always, man, you know what I mean? Just maintaining, man, you know. Running life's marathon, man, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can stay the course, man, you know. But all is good though. How you been?
Oh man, shit, I've been generally cool, you know what I'm saying? You know, besides the little stresses of being an adult. You know what I mean? Keeping your lights on and shit like that. I ain't got too many complaints. This week actually, you know, is a good one. It's my birthday tomorrow, so shout out to my mama for having me and my daddy, you know what I mean? Shit, and hopefully I'll make it to 12 o'clock, you know what I mean? And man upstairs say the same, and then I'll be another year older. So yeah, that's
Tomorrow your
cool.
birthday, boy?
Yeah. You know, that's one thing. You know, that's why Dub really loved me, man. You know, he on that Virgo shit, man. He was on that, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dub, man. R.I.P. to our boy, man. We did a show on his birthday, you know what I'm saying? Represented and stuff.
Y'all a week apart, huh?
Yep, a week apart, same day. Same day, a week apart. Yeah. But shit, so man, let's hop into this, man, and get it going, man. So, you know what I mean, this week, you know, everything's still going on about this Kaepernick stuff. So we got another guy who's then chimed in. His name is Dabo Sweeney. Dabo Sweeney, but his real name is William Christian Sweeney. So remember that. He just got like a cool, I think one of his players probably gave him that Dabo. Come on, man. You know. You think his daddy gave him that? You think his daddy, his good old William Christian gave him Dabo? Yeah. Okay, well, did you hear what he said?
No, I heard a couple people speaking about it, but I heard them say something about he ain't like the stance that Kaepernick took, or something to that effect.
Right, that part's true. Well, you know, it's all to that effect, but basically he's a real devout Christian dude, right? Right. Every chance he get, if you look him up online or something, every chance he get, he's spreading his, you know, his Christian views and stuff. And but now he's ridiculing Kaepernick for using his platform on what he wanted to spread. So some of the stuff he said was that, they won, you know, and everybody know when I say they, who I'm talking about. So yeah, but they won. Martin Luther King, you know, he wanted to say, you know, Martin Luther King spread his through non-violence, peace, love, and Jesus. You know what I mean? He hit you with that, and then he hit you with, well, if you ain't happy with it, go to another country. He did. He hit you with to go to another country if you ain't happy with it. What
country you motherfuckers supposed to go to?
I really don't know, because hey, this whole country is a country full of immigrant motherfuckers. So like when you looking to tell a person to go elsewhere, like a place where you brought me to in the first place, Like, when you looking to tell me to go elsewhere, where elsewhere would you like for me to go? And why wouldn't I try to make it better for myself here? But that's neither here nor there. So how do you feel about that? He's the head coach of Clemson program. They down there somewhere in the South. So
North Carolina.
yeah,
South
North
Carolina.
man.
One of the two.
So
South Carolina, I believe.
how you? What you think about that?
I mean, I don't even know, man. It's just to the point right now. It's like Stephen A. been saying, man. Ever since this has been going on, it's just like Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp been saying, man. It's just making people show themselves, man. You know what I mean? It's just making them show themselves one way or another. Because the whole stance that he's taken, like Shannon Sharp say every day, ain't nobody still talking about the issue. You know what I mean? It's just about the flag, the country, the flag. Everything is just upside down, man. That's just the way that they gonna make it. You know what I mean? That's the way that they gonna. That's the way they gonna sweep the topic under the rug, man. By just diverting the attention elsewhere. You know what I mean? And it's really sad, man. That we trying to get issues addressed. Socially, politically. You know what I mean? And they just finding a way to sweep the shit under the rug, man. Because it's a topic that they don't want to talk about. They don't want to touch it. That's just, I don't know, man. It's just a funny situation, man. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I personally, I like professional football. I'm not going to lie and say I'm a college watching game. I watch every game. I do like college because I root for our Stanfords and Cals of the world, Shout out to San Jose State, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much anybody, San Francisco State, pretty much anybody around the Bay, college teams, I root for y'all because, hey, shit. I'm from here. So, with that being said, this Dabo Swinney dude, once I looked him up, did some research about him, and saw that he tries to spread the Bible, you feel me? I was thinking like, man, this guy probably thinks, on some peace and love type shit. But then when I seen these comments and read these comments about what he said, I just couldn't believe that one of the Bible thumping people, who really preach that, love and God love everybody and all that, would say, such appalling things to people. And to me, for them to use that is just a way to deflect from the real issues, like you said, Stephen A. and Shannon been saying on TV. I just think that the true, like you said, man, the true colors is coming out, man. You see who really feels like, hey, slavery wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? You see who really feels like the plight of this. You know what I'm saying? Of all this, is really not that bad. And for a person to
ain't that bad for them. They don't got
right, and for a person to be of, of his stature. Because I don't know if people, when y'all hear us talking and stuff, while we talk about a lot of stuff like that, it seems like the people of that stature, they have a super audience or whatever, And when he spew that shit out his mouth, most people ain't gonna even go and look up shit. Like we talked about how people don't know about who wrote the national anthem last week. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna go look up this Bo guy right now. I did, because when I heard that shit, I was appalled by it, you know, and I was like, man, who the fuck plays for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got all black dudes on your team. You talking about Obama had 2 terms, he hit him with that. Oh, it's been a 2-term black president, and he hit him with, it's black quarterbacks, and it's 1 black owner in the NBA. He ain't say nothing about football. Yeah. Bruh, that's what I'm saying, man. You have to, that's when I looked that shit up, I was so like, what planet do this man live on? Like, I don't know. We done been on him for a minute, but that was just the one thing I really was like, how can my dudes play for you? Like, you know, Jim Harbaugh, when he said his thing, he don't support Kaepernick, and nothing that he, you know what I'm saying, and then he had to come back the next day like, wait a minute, these dudes play for me. I gotta come back to reality. So it'll be interesting to see how this guy comes back to reality.
Well, shit, if they ain't scolding him for it in the media, you ain't gonna hear nothing else about it.
Well, they are, in the media, they are talking about him. They are talking about him, but I really just think that I'm like, I was just appalled by it. Okay, so another thing, which everybody, we is What's Real 3, you know what I'm saying? Hit us up, Facebook, IG, Snapchat, Twitter, everything. Follow us on our YouTube channel. Thank you guys that's posting the little stuff on the wall. Thank you for tuning in. What we was just talking about was Bo Schembechler. If you haven't heard any of his,
Bo Schembechler.
I mean, what Dabo Sweeney? My bad. I'm sorry, Bo Schembechler. Shout out to you. Your name sounded hella easy to say, but we was talking about Dabo Sweeney or William Christopher Dabo Sweeney. If you haven't heard his comments, you can go and check them out. They online. His recklessness and the things that he's spewing out of his mouth is online. Another person I wanted to talk about. I'm an Oakland A's fan. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This guy used to be the coach of a team that had a lot of black people on it, but Tony La Russa. I don't know if you seen what Tony La Russa said.
No, but it don't surprise me. You can tell me, but it don't surprise me. This ain't the first time he said some sideways shit.
For real? Yeah. Man, Tony La Russa said that he wouldn't allow his players to protest. Period. He wouldn't allow his players to protest. He says he knows what the Constitution says. He knows what the Bill of Rights or whatever, he used one of them. He said, I know what that says, but I still wouldn't allow it.
How the fuck can he stop any grown man from doing anything?
Hey,
I mean, the only thing he'll try to do is threaten a motherfucker with some playing time or something, but what is that gonna do? That just making him show who he is. Because it is obviously not important enough to him. Obviously. Huh?
Yeah. Right, huh? That was the first thing when I heard it. I was like, it is baseball. He's he's damn near the owner of the Arizona Diamondbacks or whatever. But
nah, he ain't no owner. He finna get his ass fired. They're talking about firing his ass.
Oh, because I know he was saying he's pretty high up there.
Some fucking special advisor or some shit. They talking about Canada.
And he I mean, I just couldn't believe what he said. Like, even though you heard, I don't know why I keep saying I can't believe it, because I can believe it. Because you people, you white people, you prove every time that you don't fuck with us. No matter what we talking about here is not what we're not talking about is a protest. Who cares how they protested? They could have lit firecrackers. Who gives a fuck? It's the thing about what they're saying, the meat of what they're talking about. Tony La Russa, man, how you have depended on black people in your lifetime to bring you those championships. When you won back then, the Major League Baseball had a lot more black people in it. And now it still has a lot of black people in it. See, I don't know why we think that if you're not American, you're not black. Because them dudes, them Sammy Sosas and Big Poppies and all them dudes are still black. Sorry to bust your bubble if you didn't know that. But Big Poppy is a black guy. He's just from the Dominican Republic. You know what I'm saying? Sammy Sosa was a black guy. He's just from wherever he's from. If you from Puerto Rico, if you from any of the islands, if you from Mexico and you black, you know what I'm saying? That we was took all over this motherfucker. Like they say, if we was took there, we was took all over this place. So we've been literally everywhere. So those people that you see, they cannot speak English, but if they're the same color as you, believe me, they're the same thing as you.
Pretty much.
So Tony La Russa, I feel like what you had to say was most definitely you of all people are one of the people that depended on Dave Stewart's and who was back on your Dave Honeycutt, Ricky, Dave Parker,
Come on, man.
yeah. For you to depend on them dudes, how could you even like dude Mike Gallego? He not white. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for you to throw them dudes like under the bus is to me is very it's not only messed up, but it's just very, I mean, look, you're like a snake. You're like the worst type of white person, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, like when you be on the fence about this shit, you know what I'm saying? And okay, you feel like shit is better for us, you know what I'm saying? You're just a fucking asshole because what's better for us? We can vote now, you know what I'm saying? That was supposed to be for all, right? When they wrote to freedom for all, you know what I'm saying? We supposed to be cool because we can go, you know what I'm saying? I heard somebody talking about us being cool because now we can go to the bathroom behind y'all. Like that.
What? Where you heard that shit at?
I think I heard it on the Bomani Joe show. Shout out to Bomani. One of the things that's supposed to be better now is because we could actually go and use the bathroom behind you guys. And I was like, really, like fundamentally, the things that you guys have put on the foundation or whatever is like so stupid. You know what I'm saying? You don't want us to drink behind you. You didn't want us to use the same bathrooms as you. Like, what's gonna happen with that? You gonna turn black because I drunk some water behind you? That's the one part that I don't, You know what I'm saying? I keep saying I don't get it, but I think I do. I mean, when you're trying to control the world, when you got a plot to run the world, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's part of it, right? You got to try to control it from every perspective that you can.
Pure D ignorance, man. That's just all I can say about that type of shit. Pure D ignorance,
Man,
I don't know. I can't fathom their way of thinking, and I don't know. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all.
I guess if I was on the dominating side, maybe I could understand trying to dominate and keep people down or whatever, or oppress, as they say. But I ain't never been on that side. Like I said last week, if I ain't never been in the mouse's shoes, how the fuck can I tell him what struggles he got going on, right? I really, man, it would really be cool. You know, it would be cool to pick some of the brains of some of these people that ain't around no more. You know, the Francis Scott Key motherfucker. Like in a day and age like right now. You feel me? Like if we could cryogenically or something, or take some of his DNA and make him again, like a replica of who he is, just to talk to him like the Thomas Jeffersons, and you know what I'm saying, to see why he really freed slaves and shit. That would be a cool thing. I mean, you can't, but you know, that would be something that I feel like would be like, come on, man, when y'all did this shit, you knew what was gonna happen, right? You knew, because you know this country been a country for about like 250 years or something, but we've been here for 200 or so years before that. So, you know what I'm saying, when it wasn't a country and they didn't fight for independence from England, like really, like y'all, the shit that y'all did to us, man, is just unexplainable. And I just don't understand why. I do understand, but I mean, even for you to not want us to have this conversation is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the damage is done now, right? The damage is done now, so why wouldn't you want us to have this conversation?
Man.
I wanted to talk about why do you think that they're using Cap's protest? They turning that into the issue. Like, they're turning what he's doing into the issue instead of the issues at hand, instead of what we want to talk about. We're turning, that's, you know, those two, we just got finished talking about Tony La Russa and Dabo Sweeney. They're turning what he's doing into the conversation. You know what I mean?
Because they don't want to talk about the issue. You know what I mean? It's shit. That's just cut and dry.
Everyone I see, they're turning what he's doing into the, even Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? Who keeps telling people that he would not sit down for the national anthem, which I feel like if you did your research about this dude, Francis Scott Key, you know, this is going off on a tangent. But if you did your research about him, why should you even give two shits about anything he had to say? Because he don't give a damn about you or nothing that you have to say. So why would you give a damn about that? These people are using these symbols, America, and all that type of shit. They're using these symbols to make it as if he's disrespecting all that shit. Which this supposed to be the land of the free, you know what I'm saying, home of the brave and all that. But to me, it's like we cowarding because we don't want this conversation, right? I don't know. Elaborate on that, man.
I mean, we want it. They don't want it. That's just, I don't know. It ain't even, you know what I mean? You see it right now, all in your face. They don't want it. They doing everything in their power. They're doing everything to deflect the attention away from the issue. That's just simple, man. You know what I mean? That's just simple. Is as long as they feel like we in a better place, that's just what's gonna be happening. You know what I'm saying?
Better place.
Hey. As long as they feel like things ain't the way they used to be, all is good.
The way they used to be.
You know? Why talk about black people getting killed in the street by police? All they know, black people killing each other, so who cares? All they know, that supersede everything. So the shit just don't seem, it's not real to them. You know what I mean? In a nutshell. And it don't affect them. It don't affect they household, their lives. You know what I mean? It don't affect them in no way possible. You know? Unless they live in it.
Right.
In one way, shape, form, or fashion. But they ain't living it. So they don't really give a shit about black people getting shot in the street or killed for whatever reason. All they know from face value is that we was out of order. We was non-compliant.
Non-compliant, man. How compliant can you be? I want to ask. I want to bring Philando back for a minute and ask him. Now, how compliant can you be? Hey, cause what I saw, from what I saw and heard and read or whatever, that guy complied, and the RR want to go ask the dude that got shot in Florida, who was trying to get his mental patient or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, how compliant can you be? Like, how much do you want me to bend over and take?
You know, I got a book, man. And I got a book right now, man. And one of the chapters in the book is you gotta make niggas killable before they kill us. And making us killable is like, man, just by various images on TV, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Very, very various images, man, of us fighting in the streets and shooting each other and all that type of shit, man. It's the imagery. So when that shit starts happening, like it's been happening, it's like the world is desensitized to it because we've been made to seem like we kill them. So they don't give a fuck. And basically his shit was, hey, what you do with the trash? You know, throw it out. Who gives a fuck about garbage? You know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they.
You know what I mean? It's a cold book, man. I'm gonna go get it right now.
I was gonna say, tell our viewers what it's called. But I mean, you know what y'all see of us on TV is right now is dissension and stuff and a lot of BS. You know, I can't talk about what Bill Cosby did himself, but I know that his show was a real positive thing of black families, a real positive image of black families being out there. And now that he's going through his scandal, they trying to slander him, you know, or maybe not. I'm not gonna make my opinion or whatever. But now that they're trying to do whatever it is to put him down, they've taken that good imagery of black family off of the air. And so that's one of the things that I feel is kind of fucked up, because his wife was a doctor, you know, his wife was a what, lawyer, I think? Yeah. And then he was a doctor. That was some real positive stuff to see, you know. And they family, you know, had little spats or whatever, but they all came together. See, showing you black unity.
I mean, you know, it was deeper than that. It was the Cosby Show. It was shit like, you know, I seen something on that the other day. It was on Facebook, rather, about a week or so ago. Maybe last week. But, you know, it was just all the good black imagery that they used to show on TV with the Cosby Show, with a different world. They was always, you know, they was going to a black college, so they was wearing Morehouse shirts. On
Will
Martin, they was
Smith
wearing Morehouse shirts and
right.
different Gremlins, and you know what I mean? You know, that was a good time, man. You know what I mean?
Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv, they was balling too.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But this book right here, man, it's a cold book, man. It's by this dude named Akil, and the book is called From Niggas to Gods, man. You know what I mean? Escaping the negativity and becoming God. Meaning, you is God, I'm God. We all our own God, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Basically, this dude wrote this book, man. It's just like, you know, like I've been saying, we gotta escape the shit that they put us under, man, and get to a brighter light, man. You know what I'm saying? And get from up under that act, man.
I'm gonna have to look that book
It's
up,
a
man.
cold
Y'all
book,
gonna have to
man.
look that shit up too. From negativity, or from niggas to gods.
From niggas to guys. This volume 2, so it got 2 volumes.
So
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it up here for you, man. You know what I mean? It's a cold book, man. You know what I'm saying? Volume 2. You see it got well, y'all can't see, but it got the man, the Klan man in the middle, and on the 2 sides of him is a Crip and the Blood. You know what I mean? It's cold, man. He got an excerpt in his book. Well, it's an excerpt that I'm gonna talk about. It's about, man, how they put that imagery out there, basically with the movie Colors. This is just an example that he made, but of course it was always Superflies and shit before that.
Right.
But with this gangster shit, man, that was a diabolical plan to put that shit, man, and we fell for it, hook, line, and sinker, man. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much, it was like, man, we gonna put this out there, we gonna put this Colors out there, or this movie out there, and see how they react to it. And pretty much so many words. I'm not saying that somebody told him this, but in pretty much so many words, it was like, you know, they was talking to a producer or whatever. And it was like, man, we didn't know that y'all was gonna take to this like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? We didn't know y'all was just gonna jump.
Make it true.
Hey, we didn't know y'all was just gonna jump head over heels and get off into this lifestyle.
Right.
So then they started, instead of them making the movies, and it was cold. Instead of them making the movies,
We started
making the movies.
Juices and
Menace to Society,
and
New
Boys
Jack
in the
City,
Hood and New Jersey Drive.
I'm telling you.
Right.
So it was like, okay, why? Let's have them. We not gonna make it. They can tell their story better than we can. So we gonna let them put this imagery out. It's cold, man. This is a cold book. This is a cold book. Shit is ill.
Yeah, man. That
Shit
make
is
you
ill,
think. That make you really think about how this fundamental system of everything that we got going on right now, how it's going, and you can see that this plan been established by them for a long time. And yeah, man, making us killable. I mean, I thought we came to this country being killable. When they was calling our children pups, they calling the women wenches and us whatever they want, you know. Bitch came from them, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, when people get upset, man, that's what they did, man. They called us shit like that. The movie that I was talking about, No More Goodbye Uncle Tom, that movie talks about how the breeding and stuff went back then. And man, they did their job well, because we really look at each other like we don't give a fuck about each other. You know what I'm saying? You could kill your brother just quicker than you can kill anybody else. Man. So yeah. With that being said, I got another little thing. It's how they are turning our issues and making it into. I mean, how they are turning our issues and making it into like a gay agenda now. It seems like, you know, every time that we start this conversation, every time that we start the conversation about how blacks are being treated in this country, some other thing, some other entity starts to gain ground, you know what I'm saying, more than the issue of us being black, you know what I mean? What I mean by the gay agenda, well, you know, well-known soccer player Megan Rapinoe, she have been taking a seat during the national anthem, and one of the things she said was her being in the LGBTQ or whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert at this community. That's how she feels. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been discriminated against. They have this big thing going on in North Carolina. I think it's called the F2 or M2 or whatever bill, where you have to use the bathroom that you were born in. Now they done took the NCAA events out. They had took the All-Star game out. Now they took the NCAA events out. Okay? And yeah, that's cool. That's a victory for y'all. That's a victory for that community. But now that we're trying to talk about this black stuff and how we're being treated, it seems like their movement is gaining more ground than what we got going on. And I say that because, like I was telling you earlier, it's people in Mississippi that still play football. They ain't taking away no football, but a nigga can get hung out there. You know, that's where the Ku Klux Klan is at. You know,
But you know what's cold about that though? Since you say that, you know what I be thinking about was what make some people sick, as this same people that's out in them type of areas, Mississippi, Arkansas, Alabama,
right?
Texas,
The Bible Belt, basically.
You know what's really ill is that 100,000 of them will gather in a stadium and cheer my black ass on like it's no tomorrow. Like it's no tomorrow. Alabama, Auburn hate each other. They call talk show radio going crazy.
Yep.
Live and die by that shit. When we scoring touchdowns is good. Catching the ball, running the ball, all the shit is good when we winning for they school.
Right.
But the cold part, once they leave that game, all
That
is forgotten.
mindset, right? Go right back to why we need this conversation in the first place.
That's how ignorant motherfuckers is, dude. Just think about it though.
I feel that, but what do you feel about how do you think do you think that I'm on to something with that? I mean, like, do you think that I'm on to something with that? Do you think that I'm on to something with it? Seems like
But they ain't gonna never do that because there's too much money involved. And before anything else, motherfuckers see green before any other color.
well, obviously they didn't because they took the NCAA out of there.
They don't care about that shit. I mean, that's, you know what I mean? That's you know, I don't know what they took the NCAA out of what?
Out of North Carolina. They took the
You mean
first
the offices? Or what?
No, they didn't take the offices. They didn't take the
Because
big.
they
I think
can't
it's the
take-
Big Ten or one of them conferences offices that's out there. But they haven't took they took the games because you know the first round and second round probably is played somewhere in North Carolina. You
Oh, you mean like the basketball tournament?
and football. And if the football teams make it, they're not going to have anything, no bowl games, no nothing in North Carolina because
I'm not
of.
worried about that shit. They just won't be in North Carolina. They're just gonna be in somewhere else. They still gonna get the money. So that don't matter. They just won't have the shit because North Carolina didn't want to restructure their little
Law, right?
their little law. But the NCAA ain't gonna give a shit. Fans gonna pack the stadium no matter where it's at. So they gonna get their money regardless. But I mean, that's pretty stupid anyway. Why the hell would you want your daughter, you know what I'm saying, to be potentially sharing the same bathroom with a dude? Just because this motherfucker might be dressed like a girl or something. What? Why would you want that?
And then it's crazy but I mean, you know, but you want to share the bathroom with a dude that's just like a chick? I mean, it's a big thing. It's an argument that could be going both ways. It's something to be said about it both ways. My whole thing is
Me myself.
all that money that they can potentially lose because the NCAA tournaments are every year. That basketball shit, that was gonna be one time. NBA, that was gonna be one time, and then maybe they come back in another 20 years or whatever. But that NCAA shit is every year. So for them to lose that, you know what I'm saying? To me, that feels like
trying to be ahead of the curve or something with that shit.
I mean, they taking a stance. To me, they saying that if gay people don't have their rights, then it's not cool. Which that's why I'm like, this shit is like it's getting bigger than the momentum for what's going on with Kaepernick. It's getting bigger than the momentum for all of these protests because they're moving on that. You know what I'm saying? And it's made them move from all of that capital revenue, whatever you want to call it. It made them move from that. And now they gotta find other venues and other places to go do their stuff at. But I'm like, it's like you're moving faster for them, and their cause is gaining more steam than the cause for what we got going on. And like I was telling you before about like civil rights back then, like, okay, yeah, we had black civil rights going on, but then it seemed like the women's movement, and believe me, I love all you women, yeah. And shit, the one I got, yeah. But that cause or whatever they represented at the time when they wanted to vote too. We got voters' rights for us, but they got their shit. You know what I'm saying? We got stuff. You know, we could sit at counters, and they could become workers and become CEOs and shit. You know, but at that time, if you look at the timeline during those movements, you know what I'm saying, the civil rights movement going up, but it seems like the women's movement started gaining more momentum than the civil rights movement, you know? And now that we're modern day civil rights, right? It seems like the gay agenda, you know what I'm saying, is moving up more. And hit us up on what's real. We would love to hear, you people from that community. Nothing's taboo here. We want to talk about it. We want to get these issues out, and man. But yeah, I'm saying, bro, what you don't think that it's not, maybe it's just in my eyes. I mean, it's not.
I don't know. I ain't even really tripped off of it, but I mean, shit.
To me, that's a big stance, man. Two big brands then pulled out of there.
I mean, if that's the case, it just goes to show you, man, what we already know.
Yeah, that y'all don't
understood. They got to be explained, man. You know what I mean?
That y'all don't care nothing about our situation.
It's just a cycle, brother. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
What's understood ain't got to be explained, man. They gonna put us on the back burner. We gonna stay on the back burner. Hopefully we get off the back burner, but shit, it don't seem like they in too much of a rush to put us to the forefront. So I don't know, brother. You know what I mean? It was, man. That been a talk for a minute now that the LGBT community, or is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Getting more rights, got more rights than us. You know what I mean? Getting their voices heard before ours. That that been going on for a while. You know what I'm saying? Since the start of this, gay marriage and all that stuff. You know what I mean? That ain't nothing new, man. It's all trivial, man, but we is the ones that's
always on the back, huh? Getting overlooked.
Yeah, getting looked over, man. I don't know.
Our situation is always last, huh? Like, yeah, man. I was talking to the angry one, and he said that he seen Shannon Sharp say today about them saying the time is not right to talk about our issues. He said that Shannon Sharp asked him, well, what is the time? You let me know what time y'all really want to talk about it.
Shannon Sharp
and what date, and I will be there. And that was profound to me, because I was like, yeah, that seems crazy. Like, y'all, what is the time? Like, tell us, when is the time, when is the day that you willing to really hear this shit and really absorb this shit? Because deflecting it is making y'all look more racist than ever. And man, oh man, we could talk about that.
They don't give a shit what they look like. They don't care. That's why they doing what they do. That's why it is the way it is. We on the outside looking in. We one people.
Right.
They don't give a shit. Don't nobody else give a shit. That's the fucked up part about it.
Man. Really though. Really though.
Oh, they got to lean on this shit. They might not be openly, you know what I mean? But they don't care about how they look on the surface. They just gonna put their 2 cents in and feel that they right about it. Because all they know in the end is that you're disrespecting the flag. That's just all. Period. Period. That's all they know. You're disrespecting the flag.
And to hell with black people and what they think, right? Y'all got a 2-term black president, man. It only took us 200 years to get there. But y'all got a 2-term black president and it's 1 black NBA owner. Ain't y'all happy about that? Oh man, hit us up on What's Real 3, man. Y'all feeling our plights and issues that you want us to talk about. We feeling like nothing is taboo over here. If we ain't experts at it, we'll try to get somebody that we think can enlighten y'all. All our platforms is What's Real 3. Facebook is What's Real still. I don't know how to change it to the 3, but as long as you hit us up on that, you'll see what's going on. We gonna transition this, and then we gonna get up out of here and all that good stuff. But we gonna transition this to man. Week number 1 is out the way, which I am proud of my fantasy team, the No Names in the West Coast League. Yeah, man, we actually won a game this week, and yeah, I feel good about it. I ain't on no FanDuels or none of that, but I am playing fantasy football, and it went pretty well. And my actual team, which I'm a 49er fan, we won. So, shout out to the 49ers and everything. Man, yo Steelers, man, they actually won 36-16. They played against the Redskins.
Man, you know,
I
told you we was gonna abuse them dudes, man. You know what I mean? That wasn't shit. That wasn't no surprise to me, man. I told you we was gonna abuse them. I told you our defense gonna get better. We gave up some yards though. We gave up a lot of passing yards, but that's our defense, man. Bend but don't break. Now we ain't getting beat up top. Keep everything in front of you. Come out and punish them dudes, man. You know what I mean? That's how we doing it, man. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it.
You know, and now this week we got division rival.
Oh yeah,
Cincinnati Bengals, who everybody seemed to think that they just better than the Steelers, but all you got to do is go back and look, man. We own the Bengals, man. We own them. Yeah, they get a game or two here and there, but we own them. Period, man. Point blank.
Oh, they did.
They know it. We know it. Historically, we own the Bengals. In the 2000s, we own the Bengals, man. We own them. They can't fuck with us. But it's going to be a good game. They might win because A.J. Green is a boy. You know what I'm saying?
And you feel they might beat y'all?
Man, shit. They might. Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday. He ain't never lied. So
they ain't no pushover team. It's going to be a close game. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I watched the game, man, and what I thought was, and shout out to, Josh Norman, you know what I mean? I'm going to say shout out to you because they is really putting you through the ringer right now. They is putting your money out there and saying that you didn't want the assignment and all that. And yeah, man, they really going in about you right now. So shout out to Josh Norman, but I saw that game and I thought that, of course, because it came on before my game anyway. So that was one reason why I watched you guys play. But I just thought that being some of them throws he made looked it like, hey, what is looked like Tecmo Bowl. You remember Tecmo Bowl? When I don't know how old y'all is out there, I'm in my mid-30s, you feel me, my birthday tomorrow, and I had a Nintendo, and Tecmo Bowl was one of my favorite football games, and I'm a 49er fan, so of course I was the Joe Montana to Jerry Rice hooking up when you could run all the way almost back to your end zone and throw the ball almost 100 yards to the next end zone. that's what Ben looked at like. I was like, yeah, okay, you know, y'all can withstand some of the some of the bravado, I would say, in the league. Because yeah, y'all did let a lot of yards get through on y'all or whatever, but y'all didn't really let them score. So I was like, okay. But Ben, man, looked it like the truth, man. Shit, Antonio twerking or whatever they want to call that man dance he did, man. He had, to me, he had every right, because he was torching them dudes. You know what I'm saying? And what I think about these Bengals and y'all, last week they barely beat the Jets by 1 point. I mean, you know, AJ Green did do his thing, but 1 point is not a victory that they could be happy about, to me.
Who?
The Bengals.
So, well, you know, that was a tough game, man. Jets ain't no joke.
They beat the Jets by 1, and so I would just say that they got a hell of a challenge against y'all. Y'all have a number one big time wide receiver, and he may not be the biggest person on the field, but he probably got the biggest heart on the field, I would say. So yeah. Now, talking about my Niners, baby. Shout out to all the Niners fans, baby. We won a game. I'm happy about it. Man, and we won it in convincing fashion. The one thing I would say is I don't feel like we passed the ball enough, but okay, we did just enough to win. That other team, the Rams, they seemed to play very vanilla, like they thought they were still in the preseason or something, because it seemed like none of their shit was inspired by anything. You know, like, what are you inspired by? And none of that shit was inspired. And all of our play was inspired. Shout out to Navarro, man. I feel like, damn, it's the second year since you've been back from your injury, and you look like a Hall of Famer in that game. So, Lynch, man, hurry up and come back, man. We need you on the line, you know what I'm saying? Because every game is not going to be against a Case Keenum, you know. Every game is not going to be against, you know, a Jared Goff or none of them dudes. We have a real test coming up here next week against the Panthers in North Carolina, where you can't use the bathroom if you don't identify, man. You got to go to where you was born at. I don't know what you feel about this game, and then I'll elaborate on the next one.
What game? 49ers?
About the victory. No, about the victory we had last week, man.
Oh, man. It was a good victory. I thought y'all was going to win. You know what I mean? I pretty much knew y'all was going to win that game. But the Rams is fucking terrible, man. That ain't taking away from y'all victory. I ain't trying to say it like that. That shit that they was doing,
man. I just said
that offense couldn't be the top flight college defense, man. I don't think Jeff Fisher offense can beat Nick Saban defense, man. And I'm serious when I say that, man. And ain't no, you usually say that shit like tongue in cheek, man.
Mm-hmm.
But that offense that they was running, I bet they could beat Alabama defense or fucking Florida State. Man, it wouldn't be a cakewalk, I tell you that. They might beat them in the long run, but it wouldn't be a cakewalk, man. That shit was terrible. That shit looked like high school, man. It looked like a for real pro team was playing an inept high school offense. That shit was ridiculous. They might as well play Jeff Goff, man. If fucking Case Keenum's gonna look that fucking bad.
Right.
That shit was so stupid, man. John Gruden was saying, at least if it's 3rd and 4. These niggas throwing the ball 3 yards behind the line, 3 yards behind the fucking line. Not one time did they run further than the first down mark.
Trying to make something happen.
Well, what? What? Like every time they threw a pass, if it was 3rd and 6, they threw a 3-yard pass. If it was 3rd and 7, they threw a 3-yard pass. And always to the sideline. They didn't try to go over. That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Jeff Fisher need to be ashamed of himself.
That was a disgraceful game. Well, this week we got a real test, man. Niner Nation, man. These motherfuckers just coming off of a loss. They lost to Denver. They was in Denver, I think.
Who?
Carolina, the Panthers. It was in Denver when they played, I think.
Yeah.
They coming off a loss, and Cam he's been taking it. But my Niners, we can score another victory. All we got to do is stick to our assignments, man. Keep a spy on that guy and stick to our assignments. I think that Cam Newton is a good quarterback or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even, whatever tier you want to put him in. But he can be beat like all of them can. So me being a delusional fan, I feel like we got a chance. So all my Niners fans that's with me, I love y'all, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, any given Sunday, y'all, shit, but I don't see it happening. Because y'all can't fucking pass the ball. Carolina just ain't gonna let. This what I think. I think they're gonna
go crazy.
Nope. I think they're gonna do the same thing to y'all as what y'all did to the Rams. Or they're gonna try. Obviously, they're gonna try to take away high and make Gabbert beat him throwing the ball. And if he can do that, y'all got a chance. They can be beat. Yeah. Their offense ain't that tough either.
And we got some nice wide receivers. I believe in them. And that Curly guy, he made me know he can catch the ball.
Y'all got a nice defense. Y'all got a nice veteran defense. I think if y'all defense can hold them a little bit.
If we get Lynch back, man, Lynch, gotta stop smoking weed, bro.
If y'all can get up 10, y'all got a real shot.
Well, we'll see, man. It's coming up Sunday, man, and wow.
Because they might be looking at this game like they just know they got this game in the bag, so they might not even be fully prepared. Even though I think they will be because Cam Newton got beat the fuck up. So he gonna try to get his victory. But yeah, man.
We playing in the first set of games, man, the 10 o'clock games. What y'all playing in? Y'all playing?
My game's at 10 o'clock. Yes, we playing on the West Coast, so. We playing on the East Coast. I think I got the fucking ticket. So
y'all playing in the 10 o'clock game, too. We in the 10 o'clock, so we'll see, man.